Hi guys, it's Yoop from Yoop Games here, and this will be a pretty different video. Um, as some of you might know, I'm 14 years old, and I go to school, obviously. So, I got this idea. In school, we write stories sometimes, which you probably know. Um, so, my idea was that when I I have made these stories both in English and in Swedish, since I'm Swedish. Um, and my idea was that why not make videos where I read them? Because why not? Um, I just, you know, and you'll hear my stories. Why not? It's fun, and I can train in, I don't know, voice acting, storytelling, and I might even get some feedback from you. I don't know. Uh, but anyway, in the background, I don't know what I'll have. Maybe gameplay, maybe nothing. I'm recording this like before I have chosen, so you'll probably see. But anyway, I'll get to it. Um, yeah, that's it. And remember, I'm 14 years old, so don't be too harsh. Rhymes are crimes. Finished 5th of June 2012. Once upon a time, in our world of crime, a portal opened and it started to shine. A portal to the fantasy, connected to the reality. Mysterious creatures of myth and magic. And the fifth creature was pelagic. A normal day in the city of New York. Me, a normal man, started to walk. The things I saw when I looked around wasn't what you would have done. I saw trolls digging holes. I saw a dwarf building a wharf. I saw fountains and mountains and elves on shelves. I was walking to the castle and was in quite a dazzle. The light was bright and my clothes were tight. I was going to the coronation of the princess, and the whole nation was full of princes. As you hear, I'm obsessed with rhymes. All I hear is cries. Stop to rhyme all the time. I gotta train my little brain, because in this nation there was a legalization. Rhymes are now crimes. Oh God, I can't stop the rhyming. I'm gonna get killed. Yes, I did it. I thought I was going to get kicked in a pit. Oh God, I guess I'll just have to shut up at the coronation. It goes up and down. I want to stop to rhyme. Now, let's go away from that character to explain a bit more. The princess are go is going to get crowned, and there's going to be a big party with DJs from all over the world. The big bad wolf, the seven dwarfs, the evil stepmother, and the beast. Princes from all over the world are coming to see if they have a chance on the princess. And the man of rhymes is one of them. His name is Ronan, and he's in High Elf, an old race. Even before the portal opened, they are very poetic and like to talk in rhymes. This has resulted in many High Elves getting killed, since there recently was a legalization against rhymes. The king chose to forbid them because he thought they were too old-fashioned. Now, let's jump to another character, Grim, a dwarf. He works at an inn in the middle of the city. It's a pretty famous inn, so a lot of princes will sleep here. Oh, holy pickaxe! These princes are snobby. Can't they just take a normal room? Do they have to have a big bed, a jacuzzi, a huge TV, city view, and their own butler? Well, there's nothing I can do other than to tell them it's full. although they will probably send their orc bodyguards on me. I'll just have to jump down in my secret mine and I'll just be fine. Hello, I would like a room that blooms. That wasn't a rhyme. Not at all. Hmm, another prince. It's a high elf. Should I be nice to him and pretend I didn't hear the rhyme? Or should I be an evil jerk and watch him get killed? I think I'll go the nice way. Hello, name's Grim. I'm sorry, but we're unfortunately full. Well, unless you want to sleep in a non-luxury room. Yeah, sure. I don't care if I look poor. Oh no, I did it again. Well, call the trolleys if you want. I'm ready to die. No, no. I think that really stupid. I won't tell anyone. When you're close to me, you can rhyme as much as you want. Oh, thank you, good sir. My name is Ronan, and I'm a high elf. But I'm starting to learn not to rhyme, as you hear, with your ear. Oh, no problem. To be honest, I like rhymes, and I don't think they should be forbidden. I actually don't think the king like the king at all, and I think someone should put an end to him. Well, I'm not really here for the princess, to be honest. I just like to dance, and the princess is pretty pointless. In other words, I don't like the king either. Well, I guess I'll tell you about my secret plan then. Come here, my friend, and I'll show you. And our two heroes went down in Grim's secret mine. But after a while Ronan realized that Grim couldn't have mined this himself. It was gigantic, and all the subsystems was so complicated that you would get lost forever if you would try to find your way alone. They walked for about 10 minutes. Then they came into a big hall. It was really dark, so you couldn't really distinguish what was what. But then suddenly a bright light lighted up the whole hall, and what they saw wouldn't believe your eyes. About 10,000 dwarfs dressed as they were going into war. They had all various types of weapons, and one of them, of course, the famous Axe 47, the hybrid between the assault rifle AK-47 and the traditional dwarf war axe. Hello, my friends. Introduce yourself to my new friend Ronan. He's a high elf and he also wants to put an end to the king, said Grim with his dwarven accent. Then he walked to the middle of the hall, and the floor he stood at started hovering and flew up high so everybody could see him. The day has come. Everything we have done so far was just for this day, and this day only. Let's drop our pickaxes to the ground and pick up our weapons. Today, today we fight, Grim said with the mightiest voice a dwarf could ever have. All the dwarfs walked close to the walls of the hall, and naturally Ronan did too. The ground started shaking, and through the floor came a huge drill. Come here, Ronan, and I'll show you my little friend, said Grim to Ronan. Both heroes ran into the drill and sat down in the control room. The motor started and the drill started going faster and faster, and finally it started going upwards through the ceiling. The dwarfs couldn't look back now. Their home were already destroyed, but that's when Ronan realized that they were going to crush the castle through the ground. They were right under the castle. He didn't like the king, but he wasn't sure if he would kill his whole family just because of that. But now it was too late. They went faster and faster and closer, and with a huge boom, they went over ground. But they weren't in the castle. They were in the middle of a field. Grim had miscalculated everything, and they had gone sideways a long time, not upwards. Grim was infuriated. All the years they had worked was for nothing. The time was wasted. They had failed. But then a little dwarf said, "Look at this big, beautiful grass field. Why don't we build new homes here and live a life away from the city?" And Ronan and the 10,000 wolves lived happily ever after. The end. Okay, so that was the story. I wrote it when we had an English project in school where we were going to make fairy tales, but that played in this time or something like that, which you probably understood. But yeah, anyways, leave some feedback in the comment section below if I will make, and if you like this. Next time I will have this video, it will probably be a Swedish story because I only have this one and another one. Because I don't know, we only wrote 2 stories last term. Um, so yeah, I might translate it, but I will tell it in Swedish. That will be my first Swedish video slash commentary or whatever. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a like if you liked it. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day.